Water, not vodka. It should be vodka. I'll get to that. Also, one of the main reasons why I don't let Joe do the dishes, how, I don't know, maybe it's like a universal guy thing. He drives me nuts the way that, who's texting me? He loads the dishwasher. It really bugs my OCD. And then when he puts my Fat Tuesday Las Vegas in the dishwasher, he gets liquid inside the tumbler, right? And then look at my straw. This is why you can't be married, because they ruin your shit. It's just going to be one of those videos where I'm still dressed in my, you think I was going to flash you, nightgown, and then I just put a sweatshirt over it because it was cold. How have you been? I will, if you follow me on Instagram, my world has gone to shit, but we'll talk about that later because that's always fun. But let's just get into it. So many great things to show you guys. Been stitching a lot, and I see a lot of stitching in my future to help cope with my upcoming life change. So let's just get into it. No, I made notes, so let me see. Okay, let's just start. Framed pieces. You guys remember, I think it's going in and out. You guys remember me talking about my Michaels. You guys are tilted, weird, or I'm weird. My Michaels stitching, framing debacle. So second time was the charm with them, and I am a big fan, huge fan. So you can see here on this wall I have my shelves that are 3 high, and then I have decided to hang a piece here that I can change out because it was just blank space and I thought something stitching needs to go here, and I've just used a 3M hook, and I'll just change out pieces. So the piece, this is the piece that the person had messed up on. They had cut off stitches up at the top. They had to reorder it, right? Here you go. This is Elizabeth Sheffield from the Scarlet letter. This was in a deceased stitcher's stash. No, was it? No, it was not. I need to write on the back my little findings. Anyway, this was in a stitcher's stash. She was downsizing, and this was in it. I absolutely love this piece. I've seen this piece before. Definitely wouldn't stitch it. And she did a color conversion because I believe these are not supposed to be like blue. The people, the writing, this scene down here, where else? These flowers here are all over one. Absolutely amazing. So I love the frame, the sort of dark teal to bring out the teal-y and blues in the piece. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna have to fix my camera because it's driving me nuts being all wonky donkey. But yeah, gorgeous. So at least if you live in my area, Michael's is a winner, and definitely will be getting repeat business from me. I'm gonna move you guys. The boys use my tripod for recording YouTube videos, so the other piece I had dropped off, Helene Swanson 1895. This is a sampler that I had purchased, recharted it, fell in love. It is only available at 1884stitchery.com, hard copy or paper copy and PDF. Love this dark frame that I picked. Very simple. Yeah, and I love how it came out. I remember when I dropped off, when I went to go pick up the Elizabeth Sheffield piece, I had dropped off this piece as well, and the framer lady that had done this piece and messed up, she was like, oh wow, that thread really matches the fabric. But she said it in like, she's obviously not a stitcher, kind of a mean sort of tone. And I said, well, it's a charted reproduction and I matched the colors and that's how it is. And there's a lot of pieces that stitchers will stitch on a cream colored fabric and also use cream colored floss. I had to keep my inner bitch in with her. So I have no other pieces at the framer, but I do have some that I do want to take. I want to get my dad's piece that I stitched for him, his morning piece, the morning sampler piece I stitched for my dad, which was Quaker Gone Haunted by Michelle Inc. And then down at the bottom I had stitched his name, birth date, and date of death. And I had just framed it in a really simple black frame just to get it up on the wall. But as I look at it, I'm not happy with it. I want to frame it a lot closer. So I will be unframing that piece, taking that in, and then I have a couple hanging up in my closet I want to take in. So for $64 each, I'll take it all day long. Another piece, or a piece I finished last night, yesterday morning. This is the Gardener by Blackbird Designs. I had purchased this chart when I was in Reno at a Stitch in Time. I stitched this on 36 count maple sugar from Lakeside Linen. Used basically the called for colors, which are gassed. And then I didn't have all the gas, so I just picked ones that were close enough, and then I used one DMC. And here is my finish. And I love her. I think she's super cute. I will be finishing her into a pillow. But then I could see her also in some real like ornate frame. So I'll have to look in my closet o' frames to see if I have anything. But when I started her, I always thought she would look really cute as a pillow. And this, I forget what number finish this is for the year. And at the end of the year, I will be doing a video on all of my finishes, which I'm excited about. I will also be doing a probably a whip parade too, which will take all about 10 minutes because I think I have like 7 or 8 whips right now at this time. Let's see. Should we talk purchases? Why not? I had purchased so I do not sell on Stash Unloading, but I do follow the Stash Unloading page on Facebook to either buy charts for myself, inventory, or people that have contacted me looking for certain charts. So there was a lady that was wanting to sell her stuff, how to go about it. I think it was on a different page. That was not Stash Unloading, because you'll get, if you make any sort of post like that. It was on a different cross stitch Facebook page, and I had put in the comments section, I own and operate 1884 Stitchery. Contact me if you're interested in selling your lot of cross stitch stuff. So she contacted me, and this is the only piece that I kept. Threadwork Primitives, Jack in the hat. I think he's just cute. I like that his hat is off to the side, and yeah. So that will go in my collection. Okay, I had finished, you guys remember, my At the Met gal for Mirabilia, and I cut her in half. Love it. Don't regret it at all. And I know some of you guys absolutely loved that idea. So then that night, I was out on Instagram and I said, oh my God, now I'm looking at more freaking Miras. Lovely Erica contacted me through Instagram and said that she had Stargazer in her stash and she would be willing to send it to me and be happy that she knows that it will be stitched. So Miss Erica sent me Stargazer. And I will be stitching her after I finish Bluebeard's Princess. I think I could see myself always like having a Mira going, half of a Mira going. So yeah, I think she's gorgeous. There's a couple other Miras on my list that I wanna in half. So yeah, and I do like it on this brownie-ish fabric. I'll have to wait and see. So thank you, Erica. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so we'll put that there. Other purchases. I was at a animal shelter thrift store. You can donate items there, purchase all kinds of great stuff. All the proceeds go to helping animals. I have purchased clothing items there, a needlepoint footstool, and a few other sort of things. And I was dropping off some stuff and I thought I need to go in and see if I can find anything, because I can always find cross stitch somewhere, right? I can like smell it out. I have like a sixth sense about it. and I found this. So as you can see, it was labeled for $8, but all red tags were sailed. So I got this for $2. Love the fringe. But look at this. This is great. It's on Black Ada. Probably mass produce, some 8-year-old kid stitching it, if I had to guess. But yeah, I love these like designs on it. So yeah, I thought that was just a really cool piece. So I picked that up. I mean, I was willing to pay $8 for it, but shit, I'll take it for $2. Oh my god, my phone's already at 15%. Oh, I'm gonna have to plug it in. All right. Other things I have received. So, oh, let's go back to another gift. Nasal douche. Everyone needs this for their medical bathroom. I know. Oh, you guys, a medical bathroom tour. I know I do. I was thinking about it when this came in the mail for me. No, I did not purchase it. It was sent to me by a lovely friend, and it looks like a Dalmatian. So it's glass, but look, it has like little feet on it. But look, it looks like a dachshund. But yeah, nasal douche. So I'll use it if I'm ever stuffed up. I'll give this a try. Maybe I'll do that on one of my videos in the future. Next time I get a cold, we'll see if this thing really works. I was showing my boys when the package came, and Cal said, "Oh, is that like a douche bag?" And I said, "No, that's a person. This is a nasal douche." 2 different things. Ayrton wanted me to try it, and I told him, no, it's vintage. He's like, "Oh, is it going to go in your medical bathroom, or are you going to put it with Bo and Charlie, my human skulls?" And I said, "No, it'll go in the medical bathroom." Okay, let's get to stitching. What have I started? I don't know if I had started this in my last video. No, I hadn't. This is Blue Beard's Princess Mirabilia Lover. Another one I'm gonna whoosh in half. Sound effects are needed. I am stitching her on Picture This Plus Voodoo 36 count. 36 count is the way to go with these mirrors. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I had done at the Met, I had done her skin 1/2, but the rest of her body 2/2, which I think is too chunky on 36 count. Probably depends on what fabric you're stitching on. Some 36 counts can be a tighter weave, some can be a looser weave. But I like it looking all one sort of textural layer on Bluebeard. So this is where I am at. I am using the called for DMC. And yeah, I love it. I am trying so hard to not bust out my glue. I'm not going to do beads on her. I'm going to use Swarovski crystals and glue them on her. I know, rebellious. I'm cutting her in half and putting glue on her. Lost my mind. But yeah, I absolutely love her. There are called for Karen water lilies, and I'm just finding if it's not really that variegated, I'm just gonna sub in a close enough DMC One of the Karen water lilies was variegated, like kind of greeny, oceany blues. And so because I had purchased the DMC chest, and then you get all of the colors plus the variegated ones, then I just subbed in 4022. Come on. 4022. And it was only like a dozen or so stitches, but you can see that there is variegation across her chest. It's the blue here across her chest where I used it. But yeah, I really love how she's coming out. Her hair goes on really far back. So I have probably like at least half of her hair done. But I wanted to do the back stitching on her too, just to kind of give her. I don't mind back stitching. You could definitely say I lean towards charts that don't have back stitching. Designers that I like don't do back stitching. This is simple and easy enough. So one thread, and I just kind of go along the, I don't really necessarily follow the chart because I do tend to do long stitches. So for example, the one here up at her hairline goes all the way down to like the top of her nose. That's one straight stitch. When I do the miras, this being my second one, because I just have so many under my belt, I do not do the half stitches or the quarter stitches. I only stitch the full stitches. So even if I was going by the back stitching on the directions, it doesn't apply to me because I'm not adding in those types of stitches. So I just follow her face and how it is. And I have no issue with it. So she kind of looks a little pig nosy right now, but it's fine. She has character. No one's perfect. This wooden needle minder, which is kind of like two because it's also, here's the back of my work. See, look at that. I go from her arm all the way up. Look at that. This was from, I'll link the Etsy store down below. Out of Russia, it was the wooden box that I had purchased. That was the needle minder that came with it. So yeah. All right. So I've done that. What else have I worked on? Well, I did finish the gardener. And then last night, I put a few stitches into Procession by the Work Basket. There we go. Love this piece. Again, another 36 count. That's where I am at. So I'm moving along the ground. And I'm even getting all fancy. The bouquet of flowers she is holding, there are Algerian eyelet stitches. So here's her arm, her face. But yeah, I know I'm showing it to you. You're like, it's in the hoop. Well, that's what you get. So yeah, probably work on this for a couple days. We'll see. But then I kind of want to start something new. But then I don't. All right. So framed pieces, a new start, purchases. That is all I have to talk to you guys about stitching. What I stitched. Let's get into a very large purchase I have done recently. Get comfortable. So I am always wanting to bring great designers, items to 1884 Stitchery. And I had the opportunity to purchase Macintosh Samplers. I left a little over 2 weeks ago. Follow me on IG. I chronicled my whole 2,000 miles excursion, and I was meeting the previous owner of Macintosh Samplers in Dodge City, Kansas. She lives in Ohio, so met halfway. And I picked up 22, I think it's 22, antique samplers, models of antique samplers. And I did not want to trust them to the mailing system. And then I also had boxes of charts from her to pick up as well. And yeah, so I drove and had a little 4-day getaway on my own. Left on a Tuesday, came back on Friday. 2,000 miles round trip. I should be a truck driver. So, yeah, absolutely amazing samplers that I can't wait to get out to the stitching community. Now, are samplers something that I tend to stitch? No, absolutely not. Have I? Yes. So, but again, Macintosh Samplers is a kind of company that, I love this. I got this message from somebody excited to hear that I had purchased the company and was going to be re-releasing them and making them also available in PDF. And the woman had written that she never felt that Macintosh Samplers sort of got their time to shine. I was either not born or really young when Macintosh Samplers came out from the original owner. I am now the third owner of Macintosh Samplers. So if you've ever gotten your hands on one of their charts, they are very much 80s, 90s sort of layout in terms of, let me pull you guys a little closer, as in the layout, the pictures are actual photographs. This chart in particular is 6 pieces of paper, 8.5 by 11. And this is just not, you can't stitch like this, right? It's hard to make, if you're doing photocopies, you can't scan it onto your iPad or Kindle, whatever you use. The symbols are not the best choices. They need to be modernized. And the previous owner totally, completely agreed with me. And so of all of the Macintosh charts, I think I've charted about 8 or 9 of them already. And next Friday, Black Friday, will be 3 years since I launched 1884 Stitchery. So, I have worked hard to get Macintosh Samplers ready. Huge thanks to Arlene Cohen, who is putting her magic organization prettiness on my charts. And I will be releasing 3 Macintosh Sampler charts on Black Friday in celebration of 1884 being open for 3 years. And if you're watching this, I'm going to be showing you right now one of the charts that will be available. It is ready to go. And I absolutely love how it has been transformed to this. Take it out of the plastic. To its new look. So this is the Jane Harris sampler. As you can see there, here is what she looks like, and I will actually go and get the stitched model. Absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, I have kept the name Macintosh Samplers, and so now it is Macintosh Samplers presented by 1884 Stitchery. So here is the new 2021 updated facelift. The chart is nice and large and legible. All the charts will be available as paper copy or as PDF. On the back is the key, all DMC, along with some history on the sampler, stitch count. Yeah, so let me go grab Jane Harris to show you guys. I had to stack the pieces in my hallway because I needed to make a little room in my office. So here is Jane Harris. Absolutely love the colors, the band floral section, and also the section down at the bottom. You can stitch the whole thing, but then I think it would be also amazing. You could just stitch, you know, the wonderful house and this huge flower pot. But yeah, absolutely stunning. So I am very, very excited to release this guy to you, along with 2 other Macintosh sampler designs, which I will be giving full releases of those on Instagram and Facebook, so make sure you follow me and be able to see those later in the week. Both can be found on 1884 Stitchery. Let's see what, I think that is it. I have all kinds of wants and needs and aspirations down the road with 1884. And just spoke to a lovely woman this morning, and something is hopefully very promising coming next year. But yeah, I just get so excited recharting these for you guys. There are 2 charts in the Macintosh sampler world that have not been released. So one of them, the name is called the Scottish Sampler. You can look it up online. Absolutely gorgeous. There is no stitched model of that piece. I need to stitch it because I've been spoiled with getting all these models that I need to contribute to my model Macintosh Sampler wall. So I don't know if I will want to finish stitching all of the Scottish Sampler before releasing it, or release it while I'm still working on it. Not sure, but it is a fantastic piece. She's a biggie, but I love the elements in her. What else? I'm trying to think. I think that is it. On 1884, I've put up a ton of fabric. So if you need some fabric, go for it. DMC thread, I have coming out my ears. 25 cents each per skein. You cannot find that anywhere else. So load up on the DMC thread while I have it. Once it's sold out, it's donezo. As well as my 1884 Stitchery silks. The same with those. Once they're gone, they're gone. All right, so let's talk life. You guys know with this channel, I am very real and raw and have told you many aspects of my life because it's reality. Life at times can suck and be questionable and difficult and good and wonderful all at the same time. The whole shit happens to you in threes is definitely true for the Glowacki household. So number one was Joe's car accident a little over a month ago. He's healing from that. Number two, I will talk about. But number three was last Sunday, Joe's brother had a seizure on a golf course with his friends. Rushed to the ER. They did a scan and found a golf ball size brain tumor, either stage 3 or 4, waiting on results. It's in the glioma category. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in. He had surgery on Tuesday and he is home as of yesterday, and even Tuesday night he was texting with Joe. Monday morning, Joe drove out to San Diego. He'll return later today. And so well wishes heading Joe's brother's way. And let me plug you guys in. You guys are gonna come to the floor. So yeah, just fun stuff going on here. Let's see. I don't think I can put you on the chair because I don't think my the cord is long enough. Holy moly. Alrighty. So number 2 on the crap list of things. You know him, you love him. I have shown him numerous times on my video. I show him on my IG, Mr. Wally. About a month or so ago, I had noticed that he was beginning to have a slight limp in his left leg. If you guys follow me, he is an Irish Wolfhound, about 125 pounds. long and lanky, bigger than Great Danes. And he kind of runs like a little weird, goofy deer. I call him my donkey. And so I thought, okay, maybe he was out doing one of his like weird little bouncing things and maybe twisted or did something. Paid no mind to it, but kept it on my back burner of, let's see if it gets better. I can always take him in. So, made sure he wasn't like jumping around. So then I noticed that the limp was getting slightly worse and went over and actually felt his leg. And it's located in mid-tibia. So a little north of his ankle. And I realized that it was swollen and enlarged. So I thought, crap, did he break it? I used to work in the vet industry as a vet tech, but no paperwork. But I've kind of done it all, a little bit of everything, and picked up. So I was afraid either he had twisted it or sprained it, broken it, and he's very stoic, and I think large breeds tend to be. But I thought if it was broken or even just fractured or injured in some way, he wouldn't be getting up. He would be yelping out in pain. He let me touch it, and he didn't let out any sort of cry or whimper. I went and did the whole Macintosh Sampler thing. I was gone for 4 days, and that's when I came home and Joe said, I think his ankle has gotten bigger. And I didn't want to like always touch it every day, right? Because then you can't really see if it's gotten bigger or anything like that. And he tends to have a little bit of longer hair, so it's kind of hidden. But what also concerned me was that it was like swollen, but you know how swelling you can still like push and it has some give? His was completely hard, like a rock. So that worried me. I didn't verbalize it to Joe, and definitely not the boys, but kind of kept it on my top 3 things that could be wrong. So the limping was definitely worse, and he was not putting very little pressure on his back leg. He would when he would have to get up, lay down, go poop or pee, but if he was eating and standing, you know, in one position, he would put his nails up, so this was like the top of his foot. But again, not whimpering, no nothing. So took him into the doctor last Sunday before. Anyway, took him in to the vet on a Sunday. Doctor saw the kind of swelling right away, felt it, and did not like the look on her face. So she suggested that we do x-rays. And it was verified through x-rays and her running it by the 2 other vets that he has bone cancer. And what I'm feeling, the hardness is actually the cancer that is encompassing his mid-tibia. The cancer has begun to eat away at his bone. And so there is a risk that him bouncing around and being his goofy big self, putting too much pressure coming down on the leg, could actually fracture it because the bone is not completely structurally sound. And there was no way to see, zooming into the x-ray, she didn't see any sort of like hairline fractures spidering out. but it is a risk because it is being eaten away. That any sort of huge activity on the leg could result in a breakage. And we would definitely not want that for him. He will be 10 years old, December 5th or 6th. I think it's December 5th. I think it was 4 days after Cal's birthday. And amputation is an option. But due to his age, Irish Wolfhounds do not live long. Big dogs just don't. Average Irish Wolfhound, maybe 6 to 8 years. 9 and 10 is every day as extra. We've had no other issues with Wally. No, nothing. Big dogs tend to get bone cancer or something with their heart. His heart and lungs are fantastic for being almost 10. His blood work is amazing. It's just this cancer. So we opted to not do amputation. He is large and he needs all 4 of his legs to get around. As much as I would love to have a pirate dog, it wouldn't be fair to him. And would it really buy him any extra time? How would healing process be? And he's not a small dog where we could pick him up and take him on the side of the house to go to the bathroom and he could pee or poop in his spot and we'd take him back. We forego doing a biopsy of the bone and the cancer, just because that would include anesthesia, and Irish Wolfhounds are sight dogs, and sight dogs are not great anesthesia patients. He's only been put under once, and that was for when he got neutered, and he did fine, but the anesthesia stayed around in him a little bit longer. And then you do the biopsy, and then that also cuts down on the integration or the integrity of the bone, right? And it's already weak with the cancer, and there would be a chance of taking a biopsy, and then that, you know, that spiders out to fractures and it breaks. And again, the healing process, I am content with, I don't need to know the exact type of cancer. I am fine and content knowing that it's just bone cancer. And working in the vet industry and having pets my whole life, I would rather put him down before it gets bad. I remember we would have clients come in and the dog or the cat would be on its last breath or coming in huge distress. And the owner saying, we should have done this last week. We should have kept our appointment. I wish, we should have. And a lot of times it's because, 99% of the time, it's because the owners don't want to mourn that pet's death. But then you bring in your pet, or the pet dies at home in distress or whatever, and then you feel horrible. There would be no way that I would be okay with myself letting him live how much longer he has and running the risk of him breaking his leg. And because he is so big, it's not like it's something where I could pick him up, load him into the car if Joe's not here, and get him over to the vet. I wouldn't want him in that sort of agonizing pain, ever. So I made the difficult call and scheduled his euthanasia for Wednesday, the 24th. We are doing an at-home. I highly recommend at-home euthanasias. I have partaken in many when I worked in the vet industry. And then we did it for when I was growing up. I had an English Mastiff. But highly recommend that if your doctor does not provide it, which my vet does not, they recommended some companies, and so called around, and yeah. Could he live 6-8 more months? Probably. Who knows? But what kind of life, what kind of pain would he be in? Sadly, again, they don't talk. No charades. Put up how many fingers the pain is. He's still doing well. I had posted on my Instagram yesterday. He did a little jumping in the backyard, little running. So he's great. But I'd rather him go out being great than him going out being bad and in pain. The boys are absolutely devastated. Joe grew up with pets. And some of his pets, you know, when the dog's time comes, the neighbor comes over. Joe grew up kind of out in the country, and that's just how it was. And so pause you guys for a minute. So my life at the moment sucks majorly. But I'm also at peace knowing that he will not reach the point of being in severe pain that I know he will be if we wait. So thank God for stitching. It will become something I will desperately need in the next several weeks, months. My company, 1884, will be a huge for me to focus on, a good sidetrack. Releasing Macintosh Samplers, and yeah, so I'm going to pause you guys here, and I'm going to get Wally for you guys. So I decided, come get Wally. He was napping. This is how he sleeps. This mattress here is actually a twin size mattress from IKEA. And this is how he sleeps, half on and half off. This is his bed, his little spot. Huh. This, you can actually, I don't think they can see it, but there it is. There's the cancer right there. But, I mean, he's doing great. No issues with him. He's eating and drinking and getting up to go to the bathroom and taking big naps. You taking big naps? Huh? Hey, handsomes. Here comes Erwin. Erwin's gonna join the show. Oh, you like Wawas? Yeah. Oh, look at Jerry's. Also, it as oh, thank you. Doing an Erwin's like another dog. At-home euthanasia. I think it's important for other pets in the household to smell the animal, and hopefully they understand that what has happened. And so all pets, I think, grieve in their own way, and Erwin has been here the longest. I call him my firstborn and my favorite. So it will be I think, huge. You headbutted him? Did you headbutt him? That's very nice. It'll be hard on him too. This is how they are. They love each other and have never had issues. I know. That's a big kitten. This is so funny. That's a big kitten. Are you going to smell his head? Oh, nice headbutt. I can't believe this is... Yeah. So, Mr. Wally, I am so happy to be able to have shared him with you all. Yes, I'm talking about you. You're a handsome manses. People love you. Oh, thank you. You're handsome. So, oh, it's nap time. You're going back to sleep? Huh? Look at you. So, thank you guys for all the love and support as always on my channel. Love and support for 1884 Stitchery. And I hope you guys enjoy Macintosh Samplers that I am able to bring to you all, Stitchers new and old. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving for those on Thursday. Friday is my birthday this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You tired? I know. Love to you all. Thank you so much.